Hey guys.
Alright folks, we're here today to check out a band that reached out on Patreon through our special tier that we have for bands to reach out to us. The name of the band is Kouta, and the name of the song is Sukujyrkkämä. Kama is what I'm going to go after these videos. Anyhow, the band, can you guess where they're from? If you can't tell by the name of the song?
Finland.
Finland. They're from Finland. They're a folk black metal band from Finland. They were formed in 2021. That's pretty recently. They've only been around for 2 years. They're inspired by northern mythology and ruthlessness of nature. Fuck, those are my two favorite things when I come to think of it. Norse mythology and nature and how ruthless it could be. Beautiful.
I think those are two of the best topics when it comes to metal.
And especially folk black metal.
Oh.
So, what else? The band has already released a single and an EP in the spring of 2023, which is now, kind of, we're in the spring of 2023. They're actually releasing a full-length album, and they just did it, April 21st. So anyways, go check them out. Go check their socials. All of the links, descriptions, all of that good jazz is going to be in the description of this video. So if you like this video, at the end of the video, just go check them out on their social media. Check out their Bandcamp, whatever. I'm sure they have all of that stuff. If you don't like it, just go check it out and tell them how much you hate it. I mean, there's no such thing as bad press.
A click is a click.
A click is a click. Wow, one letter away from saying something else. Anyhow, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Let's fucking go. Let's see it. Let's do it. Wow, that was a hard party last night. All right. I got a lot to say, but I'm gonna give you the floor first. While you talk, I'm just gonna drink some water.
I gotta say that the way the song started and the way the song, and I'm happy it came full circle because I was very sad when it got close to the end and that part didn't come back, because I really like that part. It's actually my favorite part of the song. Is the opening and the ending, with the choir vocals.
Yeah, the more atmosphere.
Yeah, I fucking love it, especially because it's in Finnish and it sounds better than I guess it would in English.
Yeah, it sounds very ritualistic.
Yeah, it's more grassroots.
Yeah.
You know,
I agree 100%. 100%. And then when you see the scenery and everything, it just kind of all goes full circle.
Yeah. Now, my complaint is that it's only twice in the song, start and the end. And then in the middle, you have that long of just the same style of vocals doing their thing. From
I think they could have done better with that, because you could hear there's that portion there. I'm not going to call it the middle of the song, but the last third of the song, and you could hear the guitars underneath it. That atmosphere bridge that they put there, very faint, but you can hear the guitars in the background, and that riff in the background is really good riff. And I felt like the song should have came out of that slumber with that riff that was in the background. Move that riff from the background to the forefront and do the transition that way. That's not how they went. They went with the choirs. But I also don't hate that because it works really well.
Yeah.
So I would have, when I was listening to the song...
I would like to see more of that riff.
Yeah, when I was listening to the song, I was like, man, that subtle riff in the background in this piece is so good. I'm wondering if they're going to turn the volume to 11 on that riff and then bring the song back in, because that would have worked so well. They didn't do that, but they brought that choir in that goes into that closing mode, and I'm like, fuck, I kind of like that too. So, I'm not really going to hate. One way or another would have worked.
For me, the song, right after the first choir part ended, for me, it was just kind of stagnant from there on. And then it hits you with that part where it kind of goes, everything drops, scenery-wise. That what you were talking
little
about,
guitar there,
and then it hits me back with the choir. Honestly, I think they could have put one more choir in the middle there, and you start off
kind of tough. The song would have had to be longer to be able to pull it off,
or change something with when it from that part. That part before the break. Change.
I think if they added one more, it would take away from the impact of having it at the
closing.
Well, then
don't have one more, but change something up a little bit, Because for me, it was just it was good. It
was too stagnant.
But it was too stagnant. I needed something to change.
Actually, that to me was not the issue. The only issue I actually had with this song is that I felt the vocals in the mix were a little bit low.
Yeah, especially
not in the choirs. The choirs was fine.
No. In the choir, there's the screaming vocals that were low.
Yeah, but overall the choir still had some volume, because obviously there's a lot.
Course.
So they still had some volume.
Vocals were pretty low.
But I felt like the regular vocals during the part that you sing, it's a little bit more stagnant. They felt to me really low.
Yeah, and
they were almost underneath the everything else.
They were getting muffled.
They were getting muffled by everything else. And for a song that has this sort of intensity, aggression, this roughness to it, the vocals fit better if they are a little bit more in the forefront of it. If the sound is pushing the vocals upwards, not drowning them downwards, like the complete opposite direction. That to me is the only issue, because the vocals had so much aggression. They felt like they had so much intensity. They felt so good for the sound that the song... Genuine. They felt so natural, so organic for the style of song that they put together. But when you're muffling them with the sound on top, you're kind of losing a little bit of that emotion and that allure that would come from having more. I mean, you have a video where a guy's drowning another guy, right? So if you want to showcase that intensity,
you gotta up the vocals.
You gotta up the vocals so that you can feel that intensity.
It's hard to feel the intensity of drowning somebody when the vocals are
from the guy who's getting drowned.
Exactly. That. I totally agree with you. That was one of my problems too. My other one was just it was too saying. I think if you just add something even something small different in there, for me it livens it up a little bit more.
But keep in mind, this is a band that's been together since 2021. It's fucking good.
It's fucking good for
You have to keep that in mind. This is 2 years under their belt.
It's a pandemic baby. Right
you know, we're being critical here because that's what we do. But let's keep things in focus here. The video was good. There was no really fucking toilet paper. I was half
expecting the whatever the fuck they're called.
The Rivanato or whatever.
Yeah, I was half expecting
the guys from Atlas. They're the ones that own that company.
Yeah, I was half expecting that with all the trees and shit. Like
it looked like that. It was
almost like a video that they would make.
Exactly, but they did it themselves. But they did it themselves. So it's like, you know, when you can't afford those guys, you kind of gotta do it yourself.
You found out where they filmed, so you guys.
But they did a good job too. It's not like the video was not like shitty. No, the video was not shitty. So I'm happily surprised with this band, even though, like I said, there's a few things specific. I think the vocals, to me, it's the main issue that I take away that could have been better, would make this song more impactful. Outside of that, when you think about a band that's been together since 2021, who just released their album, who did this video, doesn't look shitty at all. It actually, like, it's really cool.
The main guy, his act, like, the way he was portraying emotion.
Dude, when he had the spit coming down, when he was
drowning.
I thought that was actually really cool. Like
when he was drowning the guy and the spit came down, like that itself is a part of the emotion that the vocals should have been portraying.
I agree 100%. And I'm not a big fan of guys spitting unless it's in porn. Outside of that, you know, to get shit wet. Outside of that, I'm not a big fan.
It's good you clarify, because guy spitting could also mean something else.
Yeah, I know. So that's why I clarified, because now we're living in an age where, you know, it's pretty much everything is up for grabs.
It's not living in the age. It's the fact that that sentence plays on both sides.
Exactly. So I clarified, so I think I'm okay.
It's a middleman right there.
All right, so anyhow, I felt like when you're watching a video like that has that kind of emotion, and like the vocals need to portray it better, and the vocals were portraying it, but they were so drowned by the sound that you didn't really get to feel them as much. They were not as punchy, and you need them to be gritty and punchy and in the forefront. Really do. Like you have to pull that shit upwards in order for the listener to really connect with the organic emotion of the song. The choirs obviously were up front, but that's the nature of the choirs anyways. And the sound during the choirs is not like there's blast beats going on during the choirs, so everything is already working towards pushing them up front naturally. But you needed that to happen consistently throughout the entire song. It's also really cool. I didn't know where the drummer from Wada that got kicked out of the band, I didn't know where he went. Turns out he went to Finland. So, I mean, I thought that was kind of cool too. At least now I know where he is. I've been wondering about that guy. What happened to him?
Yeah, he's been watching the new History Channel show. Where did he go? Like, you know how there's Finding Jesus or Finding Nazi Treasure?
I know, but those shows are always like a bunch of blue balls.
Finding Jesus.
I've watched that shit like 2 years in a row, and they still haven't found him.
Dude, South Park did it in one episode.
Dude, they found Osama bin Laden. How the fuck you cannot find Jesus? Seriously. Just look for a guy walking on water. I mean, it's... Like, you want to find them, just, like, walk on water. If you can't walk on water, you're not Jesus. Next, and just go from there. It's really straightforward. Really straightforward. All right. On that note, anything else you want to add to this video?
No, I gotta say, these guys, bright future.
I agree.
Bright future.
I agree. You can tell they're from Finland. A lot of influences come through in their sound. You can tell they're from Finland. A lot of that comes across.
Just minor tweaks.
And if you enjoy this and you want to, you got to think about this. They've only been together from 2021. So if you enjoy this band and you want to really help them continue to make music and push them along, like I said, in the description of this video, there's going to be links for their Facebooks, for all of their shit. Go check them out. They just released a brand new record, which I assume it's their debut album because they only had an EP before. So go check that out. Go support these guys. And if you're from Finland, you need to support your very own. I mean, if you're not going to do it, who will?
Exactly.
Besides the two of us. Anyhow, so go check that out and let us know your thoughts on the band. Let us know what you think about the song. Hit us up in the comment section. If you haven't clicked subscribe yet, do that as well. And we'll see you all at the next video.
See ya.